The next time they cross paths, they're in a dimly lit alleyway near the last drop. It's a typical night. The worst of Silco's men roam in the dark, and Ekko is there to look out for those who might fall victim to these men. He likes to think he can help make the Undercity a better place, one night at a time. But then she happens to enter the same empty alley. Ekko recognizes her silhouette instantly, but there's something off about her tonight. Stumbling, completely ignoring him, Jinx leans against the wall of the nearest building to support her body. Her legs are wobbly, her eyes staring at the ground. She takes deep, loud breaths, almost hyperventilating. Then she lets out a chilling laugh, mumbling something incoherent to herself. It doesn't take a genius to understand she has had one too many drinks at the bar. She doesn't even realize she's not alone. Removing his mask, Ekko blurts out, "You're drunk, aren't you?" His question startles her, which really was a dumb decision on his part. Despite being intoxicated, Jinx is fast, and in the blink of an eye her hands fly to her bag. Ekko only has time to take a few steps back before Jinx gasps.
Hey, wait. Where did all my bombs go? I can't find them.
Then she looks at him. It seems to take a few seconds before it clicks in her head who the person standing in front of her is. He has never seen anyone's eyes go dark so quickly.
You!
Not sure what to expect, Ekko keeps his guard up. "You're drunk, aren't you?" he repeats, one hand already on the hoverboard he's carrying on his back.
I don't want to talk to you.
"You're drunk."
No, I'm not. Silco doesn't let me drink.
"He doesn't let you drink?"
I know, right? He lets me do whatever I want except drink or do drugs. Do not touch Shimmer, Jinx. Boring. So, I disobey.
This is the first and hopefully last time Ekko ever agrees with Silco. Alcohol in moderation isn't that big of a deal, but he prays she never touches Shimmer. Actually, no, scratch that. When it comes to Jinx, alcohol and her also sound like a destructive combination.
I told you I don't want to talk to you.
Body slightly trembling, Jinx lets go of the wall and starts walking away. Instantly, she stumbles on her own feet and falls down with a yelp. Ekko starts, but he's able to stop himself before his body can move on its own and help her back up. He should leave her there on the ground and let the Night of the Undercity do what it wants with her. Let her see what it's like to be the vulnerable one for a change instead of the monster people fear in the dark. The sound of loud coughing followed by gagging makes him frown. Jinx is the last person who deserves his pity, but even though she belongs to Silco, even though she helped spread terror through the whole Undercity, Ekko also knows that she has seriously angered some extremely dangerous people over the years. There are many who have been permanently injured by her. There are many who have lost loved ones because of her. Too many. This is the best time of the night for those horrible people to reveal themselves, especially in a place like this, that they'd like to find her in a state like this, weakened. It's tough to admit, he doesn't want that to happen. Jinx continues her slurred mumbling. "Did you say something?"
Chuck did this to me.
"Who's Chuck?"
Do you not know Chuck? Let's go meet him.
She gets back up on her feet. Ekko backs away from her before she can take his arm. Not that it matters because her legs give up before she can reach him. She sits back on the ground, presses her back against the wall. She places the palm of her hand against her forehead.
I think I have a fever.
"You'll be fine."
But I feel sick.
Then she burps. Charming. Ekko knows he's wasting his time talking to her. There are others out there who need him more. He should leave. He should...
It's funny. I feel terrible, but drinking makes the voices go quiet. Should do this more often.
The pity in his stomach moves a little further up in his body and turns into heartache. Was this your first time drinking? The last time he used this tone of voice with her was when she still went by Powder. Back when they were just two fearless kids not trying to kill each other. Jinx places a finger before her pursed lips to hush him, spit flying out.
I won't care.
Vi? Jinx brings her legs close to her chest and wraps her arms around them, shrinking in size like she did in his dream.
She abandoned me again. She's good at that. Better than anyone else. I know it's because I'm unsteady, unstable, unlovable.
As pieces of her heart and pieces of his heart fall to the ground, Ekko tries to convince himself that everything she's saying about herself is true. Jinx bows her head, hiding her face.
So, she doesn't care about anything I do. If I ever see her again, I'll kill her.
Then she bursts into tears. He lets her cry. He lets himself stay. After quickly making sure their surroundings seem safe, he sits down beside her. He's careful not to sit too close to her, careful not to brush his arm against hers. He listens to her sobs, waiting for her to get herself together, at least somewhat, so that he can convince her to leave the streets and go sleep the night away.
Your fault.
Ekko scowls, immediately annoyed, and he doesn't even know what she is referring to. Right. Because nothing is ever your fault, is it? A pout takes over her face as she looks at him. Then she leans closer. Before Ekko can back away from her this time, Jinx presses the tip of her index finger between his eyebrows.
Stop frowning at me already, I hate it.
The fact that she has the nerve to look offended only makes him scowl harder. A frustrated sound leaves her lips. Suddenly she's massaging the area between his eyebrows, seeking to smooth the creases there. She's so incredibly gentle that the confusion of the whole situation causes Ekko to blink, his forehead automatically relaxing. This is the first touch between them since they were kids that isn't violent in nature, he realizes.
There we go.
Jinx removes her hand when she's satisfied with the look on his face, some of his white face paint on her finger. Ekko's senses seem to be more alert than usual. Her hand had been stained by the smell of smoke, and it's hard for him to believe Jinx could ever be sweet with anyone. Even without her fingers near his face, the smoke remains, mixing with the strong smell of alcohol coming from her lips. It's causing him to also be disoriented because when he looks at her, he feels something akin to fondness. Squinting her eyes, Jinx studies his face more.
When did that happen?
Ekko catches himself right before he's about to frown at her again. When did what happen?
You're so pretty.
Ekko chokes on air. One thing he can always count on is that Jinx is unpredictable, which really isn't helpful to him at all.
You're so pretty.
As if he hadn't heard her the first time.
I'm always so busy trying to shoot you that I've never really had time to notice. Plus, you're always wearing that dumb mask. Makes you an easier target, though. It's less personal that way.
Ekko doesn't say anything. Instead, he allows himself to look at her. Her eyelashes, her jawline, her stomach and her abs, his eyes moving lower and lower before coming back up to rest on her collarbones. He allows himself to look at her in a way he's never really had any desire to do before. When your childhood friend turns against you, it's a sure way to kill all affection, or so Ekko had thought. Sure, there might have been a fleeting moment or two in the past where he thought her tattoos looked cool, but that's about it. Now the clouds on her skin rival the ones that decorate the sky in Piltover. His eyes linger on the cloud that's on her breast, only half visible under her top. To his surprise, Ekko finds himself wondering if anyone has ever kissed her tattoos before, if anyone has ever trailed them with their lips like they were a constellation, making sure no swirl was left untouched. The one on her neck is practically screaming for attention. She's so attractive, it's insane. How did that happen? The thoughts cause Ekko to physically recoil. This is so fucked up. Someone must have drugged him. He hurries to move his gaze back to her face. Her eyes are big and blue, hazy because of how much she's been drinking, and yet sincere in everything they're communicating, what it is that they're trying to communicate. Ekko isn't sure. He swallows, hopes she didn't notice. Thankfully, she's more interested in staring at his eyes than checking his jumping Adam's apple.
Have you ever seen yourself in the mirror?
Huh?
You haven't, have you?
Do you really think I don't own a single mirror?
No.
She pauses to yawn.
I just think you don't use them.
Ekko rolls his eyes and gets up. He considers offering her a hand but decides against it. Come on, let's get out of here.
No.
You're drunk. I'm not leaving you here.
Why not?
She actually lies down on the cold, hard ground.
Fly back to where you came from. You and your pretty face. You're in Silco's territory. This is where I belong.
You think I don't?
Ah, no frowning.
I'll frown if I want to. Now get up.
And I'll stay here if I want to.
Ekko can feel his face twist in annoyance. He gets up on his hoverboard, resisting the urge to pull up his middle finger. He does not say goodbye. Jinx doesn't even bother to sit up. Ekko refuses to look back. Of course, trying to help her was pointless. All this was so pointless. She's not even gonna remember anything when she wakes up tomorrow. If she wakes up tomorrow. The thought of her not making it home safe eats away at him for the rest of the night, and there's nothing he hates more.